A white woman was caught having a complete meltdown on camera over wearing a mask, as usual. So now this happened in the Fiesta Market in Texas, and a manager simply asked this woman very politely to put on a mask because we are, of course, in the middle of a pandemic. And as you're going to see, her response was, well, shocking.
I don't give a stop, Alice. You dumb dumbass
Una
motherfucker.
güera que le están diciendo que se ponga el
Put all
tapabocas.
that fuck back. I don't give a I got it.
Todos como aventando. Empieza.
Call the police.
Yeah. All right, then. So now, look, it's amazing how adults are acting worse than children, right? Because actually, children generally don't tend to act like that. No, we get the worst behavior from adults, people who actually should know better. Whereas children, of course, yeah, some of that could be excuses like, hey, they're just kids. They haven't exactly grown up yet. They don't necessarily know better. But in this case, Karen knows better. She's not a kid. She's not a child. She's an adult. She's a grown ass woman. What are you doing throwing groceries around? And the most astonishing fact about this is that this woman was, during her shopping trip, adhering to the mask, request, right? So she was wearing a mask all the way up till the fact that she, gets to the, checkout lane. And then when somebody's like, hey, because she took her mask down, or took it off, they're like, hey, put your mask back on until we're done, please. That's when she flipped out. Apparently, she could not handle 5 more minutes of a mask. I mean, it's not as if the checkout is a virus-free zone. No, it can still spread there. It's not like the virus particles of coronavirus. It's like, oh, no, wait, no. Karen made it to the register. We should leave her alone now. We'll go after someone else. No, that's not how that works. Okay? And so look, just wear your mask. It's not really that hard. It's super, super easy. So look, now, again, I mentioned that this happened in Texas, right? Texas is experiencing a massive spike in coronavirus cases. Why? It's because people like that. Okay. And look, young people are primarily the drivers of all of the new cases. People that are not wearing masks, they're not doing physical distancing, and they're going out and they're partying, and they're they're having all sorts of fun, right? As if like they just got bored of the pandemic. It's over. I'm tired of it. Let's go out and party anyway. Who cares? Jeez. It's not like that's not the reality. Like we all have to buckle down. And it sucks. I know. I want to go out. I want to have fun. I want to do all this stuff. Well, it turns out we can't because there's a global freaking pandemic. And no matter how much you want to throw a fit, Karen, it's not going to change the situation. And the sooner we all adhere to the guidelines, the sooner this is going to be over, right? And because, look, I know the only way that it's really going to be over is if we have a vaccine. But at least what we can do is make it so that we don't overload our healthcare system with coronavirus patients. And unfortunately, that is happening in Texas. Look, Greg Abbott is shutting down bars, right? Some bars. And then Houston announced that they're running out of beds in the ICU. Florida, same thing. They had nearly 9,000 cases last week in one day on Friday. The whole state of Texas has also experienced a record number of hospitalizations for 16 days in a row. Wear the mask. Just wear the mask. It's not hard, right? Yeah, I know. It's it's inconvenient. It's hot. You know what? This weekend I went to a birthday party, right? For one of my nephews. And it was hot outside because the whole thing was outside. Very small groups of people, maximum like 5 people. And everybody was wearing a mask. Everybody was 6 feet apart. Hotter than hell outside. We still did it. We did it. I was there for like 6 hours. Okay, because I helped take everything back down and made sure to visit with the different families that were coming in. And so, look, I did it. Why can't you? Why can't people be slightly inconvenienced for America? Why is it that, like, or for health reasons? Why can't we do that for everyone else? I mean, look, apparently being slightly inconvenienced in this country is grounds for throwing massive fits, like what this lady did. There's no excuse, man. Like, what are you doing throwing food because somebody nicely asked you to wear a mask? Grow up. Grow up. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you know what's funny? And it's not actually funny, but the rest of the world is already avoiding America like a plague. And I hope you realize the irony in that statement, because what Florida has become to the rest of the country, we have become to the rest of the world. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of our country being behind in education. I'm tired of our country being behind in science and believing in science, or healthcare, or climate change, or trust in the government, all that stuff. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this self-entitled, we're number one, rugged individualism, America. I'm tired of it because it's killing people. It's killing us. Okay? And so cut it out. Cut it out. Be a goddamn adult. Wear your mask. And maybe act like you give a shit to other people or about other people. It's so simple. Just do it. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.